Surprise! This is my first game review on my channel. My very first game review on my channel. I am so excited to do this review because first off, today, if you guys are unaware, today is Mario Day. So yeah, I have my little Mario plushie here, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite Mario video game of all time. Super Mario 64 is an iconic video game back from 1996, and it still holds up extremely well today. This is a game that's beautifully crafted, from effects to the music to the way the backgrounds look to the way the characters are designed. This video game is one of a kind, honestly. I remember back as a little kid, my auntie used to own a Nintendo 64, and eventually when I moved here, she gave it to me. And back during my childhood, Super Mario 64 was one of my favorite games to play. I played that game a lot. I'd even watch my aunt play that game, and it's a fantastic experience. I've always loved playing that game. It's a game that I really never get bored of, and that's something I appreciate about this game. Super Mario 64 is one of those games that knows how to be fun and challenging sometimes. This game could be really challenging, honestly. And Super Mario 64 also has a really great setup for like speed runs and maybe like repeat games over and over and over again. This game really does have a fantastic replay value. You can replay Super Mario 64, and even though you've repeated these levels, they just never get tiring. And I think it's because of the way the game is set up, obviously. On first viewing first playing of Mario 64, it feels like a totally new adventure compared to all the other Mario games that were released before this game. And technically, this was the first 3D Mario game ever created, so that's saying something, that this is a very special game, and a very important game to not only Nintendo, but this is honestly, in my opinion, one of the best video games of all time. And this is one of those video games that started the new generation for like 3D video games, not just Nintendo games. Other games that are not even related to Nintendo, like let's say Call of Duty Black Ops. Or maybe some of the PlayStation games like the Street Fighter games or the GTA games or something like that. Super Mario 64 delivered its presence into 3D gaming massively. This game is totally iconic. Let's talk about the score for Super Mario 64. The music and the soundtracks, they're all perfect and unique in your own way. Some of them are recreated from like the original Mario games, and you can tell that they sort of have a jumpy and exciting feel. By far the best soundtrack in the entire game is Dire Dire Docks or Jolly Roger Bay. That's honestly a soundtrack I can listen to anytime, even when I'm not playing the game. Like I remember one time I almost fell asleep listening to Dire Dire Docks, and it honestly makes me feel good about myself when I'm just like playing as Mario and swimming around maybe, and just listening to this peaceful song in the background. And it's not like some kind of shark music, like a shark's gonna freaking come and kill me. Because yeah, there are stuff like that in Dire Dire Docks, but it makes you really feel peaceful, honestly. Like the game delivers something inside of you that makes you feel good. The entire game too. And that's what makes Super Mario 64 special. And you guys technically know the premise of this game. The Princess Toadstool gets kidnapped again, and Mario has to go through many worlds and many different paintings and doors and walls in order to collect like 70 stars to save the princess from the evil King Koopa or Bowser. I'm just going to tell you, honestly, there's no way I would consider you a die-hard Mario fan if you haven't played Super Mario 64 yet. If you haven't played Super Mario 64 and you consider yourself a die-hard Mario fan, you are wrong. You're wrong. You're totally wrong. You need to play Super Mario 64 because this game it has to be on the top 10 best Mario games, honestly, in my opinion. And there are many reasons, so there's technically no doubting it. But seriously, this film has iconic written all over it. This film, bleh. I keep on forgetting I'm doing a freaking game review. This is my first game review on my channel, so don't kill me. Anyway, this game has iconic written all over it. Seriously, Super Mario 64 is a really revolutionary game. And it brought us our 3D Nintendo games that we have today, technically, along with the other 64 games that came out back in the 90s. Yeah, and I'd have to say honestly, Super Mario 64 is a gem when it comes to video games. It's honestly one of the best in my opinion. This is a really great and fantastic game. It's my favorite Mario game of all time. I do have one tad flaw with this game, and it's not really a big thing that I actually have to talk about, but I mean, I might as well talk about it, but it's not a big thing that necessarily hurts the game. This game does have some glitches that you could run into sometimes, and I know a lot of games are like that, but this game does have some glitches, and sometimes it has to revolve around like maybe getting the stars or something like that, maybe canon glitches sometimes. Thankfully, my Super Mario 64 game never had those glitches. But I've been seeing some gameplay of Super Mario 64, and sometimes people came across some glitches. But it's not a big flaw. It's literally just something I just felt like I had to nitpick about. But it's not really just a flaw. It's not really a flaw. Anyway, Super Mario 64 is an amazing game in every level that I could describe it in. And since this is a game review, I'm not going to grade them by letters. I'm going to grade them by numbers. So out of 10. So I might as well start with this. Super Mario 64 gets the full 10 out of 10. This game is amazing. I am totally serious right now. You have to play this game, even if you're not a Mario fan. Even if you're a gamer, if you haven't really played a Mario, if you're not really into Mario games that much, because Super Mario 64 might change that for you. It might get you into playing Mario games. Who knows? This is an amazing game. I absolutely love it. It's been a part of my childhood and my entire life, technically. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this game review. You guys are the best. I love every single one of you. And happy Mario Day to you guys, too. And look forward to more movie reviews and game reviews. I'm planning on doing more game reviews on my channel and stuff like that because it's something I've been considering. So I want to do more game reviews. But anyway, look forward to more content that'll be coming very soon. And as always, I am Mario Fan 520, and I will see you next time. Peace out.